In 2019, businessstudent.com put Dallas at number 22 among the country's 25 most affordable places to live and work. Now inflation and energy costs are up, and don't even get me started on the price of housing. It's time we talked about the cost of living. Can you afford to live in Dallas in 2022? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Well, hello, this is Wendy Pinnell, and according to Ben Russell with NBC DFW, a recent ranking has determined that the Dallas-Fort Worth area is the least affordable region in the state of Texas. So somehow we've gone from among the country's 25 most affordable places in 2019 to the least affordable region in Texas today. What is going on? Well, today we're going to talk about how the current economy has affected the cost of living for housing, utilities, and transportation. Then I'm going to tell you 3 ways your wallet just shrank regardless of where you live, thanks to rising interest rates. And stick around to the very end, where I'm going to give you some tips on how to best prepare your budget for life in Dallas. Well, in today's economy, we're dealing with inflation, we're dealing with rising interest rates, and overall, we're dealing with the effects of the Fed's actions over the last 3 years, okay? So let's kind of get into the nuts and bolts of how that has impacted the Dallas cost of living. Okay, jumping in with expense number 1, let's talk about the housing market. Dallas housing market has been on a roller coaster ride since its affordability glory days before 2020, okay? Prices rose all throughout 2020. Then they had a massive increase in 2021 through around like May of 2022, and then came the drop. May through September, home prices tumbled 9%. Even though home prices have been dropping, okay, housing has not become more affordable. And here's why. The mortgage payment on a $375,000 house at last year's 3% interest would be $1,579 a month. At today's 7% interest, that same mortgage would be $2,378 a month. So we're talking a difference of $800 a month for the same mortgage. And keep in mind, that's only the mortgage part of your house payment, okay? You also have to pay your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance, okay? Now, Texas has the 7th highest property taxes in the country. It makes up for the fact that we do not have a state income tax, okay? So you don't want to keep that in mind, okay? Property taxes in the Metroplex are going to range anywhere from 2 to just over 3% of the home's value. Now, here's a little bonus for you, and I absolutely love this, okay? You ready? Plan now on protesting your property taxes if you're moving to Dallas, okay? Typically, new homeowners get sticker shock the first year after they buy a home, right? Because usually the property taxes go up. But you may very well be able to lower that part of your monthly payment since home prices have gone down, okay? And that is just an awesome perk. I love that for the Dallas cost of living. Now, when it comes to homeowners insurance, Texas has the 5th highest homeowners insurance in the nation, and Dallas's insurance is 15% above the average Texas cost, okay? One of the reasons for that, we get a lot of thunderstorms in the Big D, okay? In fact, it's pretty rare for anyone to have to pay for a new roof around here because it almost always has storm damage. But you know, that comes with a little higher price tag for your homeowner's insurance because of that. All right, let's move on though. Let's talk about our second expense, home utilities and energy costs, okay? The cost of water and sewer really hasn't changed, but boy, have energy costs gone up, okay? With the heavy inflation and the war with Ukraine, Texas has seen a 50% increase in electricity costs. So right now, you're looking at around 11 cents per kilowatt hour. Now, Power Texas states that the average monthly power bill for a small house will be $170, but that is not, no, definitely we are seeing way worse than that, okay? Many one-bedroom renters are paying like over $200 a month for electricity, okay? And touch of the personal here, our August electric bill was over $1,300, okay? Just electric, just 1 month, okay? All right, another Dallas expense that has changed in a huge way thanks to today's economy is expense number 3, the cost of transportation. But before we get into that, are you getting value from this video? If so, would you mind hitting the like button? Thank you for doing that. Okay, so transportation, even though it doesn't have, you know, that direct connection to interest rates, gas prices have still been on their own personal roller coaster, okay? I mean, would you believe in May of 2020, a gallon of gas cost $1.89. Then in June of 2022, gas was up to $5.30 a gallon, okay? And then like in the past couple months, It's come down a little bit, and now we're sitting at about $3.80 a gallon. So woohoo on that one. Now, since we're talking about transportation costs in Dallas, we can't forget to mention tolls, okay? So according to ntta.org, the toll tag toll rate is an average of 20 cents per mile. And so that might have you wondering about, public transportation. Well, Dallas does have public transportation, but it's spotty and really is mostly non-existent in a lot of the suburbs. So living in Dallas, you are going to need to plan on having your own vehicle, and you need to plan on taking a tollway at least occasionally, if not all the time. Okay, so question is, can you afford to move to Dallas? Well, according to Fox 4 News, a survey that was completed by Purdue University and Go Banking Rates found that you need a minimum annual salary of $96,000 for full satisfaction. But it went on to say residents can find a state of emotional well-being for $55,000 in Texas. Now, I mentioned earlier that there are 3 ways your wallet is going to shrink whether you move to Dallas or not. Okay, so these costs have nothing to do with Dallas, but they're about to take a bite out of your wallet anyway, okay? Catch this. Did you know when interest rates go up, it doesn't just affect your house payment, okay? It's also going to affect your credit card payment, car payments, and possibly student loan payment, okay? Bankrate.com states that when rate hikes began in early 2022, the average APRs were close to 16%, and now they've climbed to over 18%. Interest rates on car loans are also on the rise. Bankrate's chief financial analyst, Greg McBride, shares that at the start of 2022, the average interest rate on a 60-month new car loan was 3.85%. But with today's increase, the interest rate is closer to 5.5%. Now, this one will really get you. Did you know some student loans have variable rates, okay? Most don't. But if you have student loans, you might want to check into that because it's going to take a bite out of your wallet. Now, I told you we were going to get practical for a minute, so let's do that. Okay, what is going on in Dallas right now, and how can you best prepare your budget for when you move here? Home prices are going down, all right? But they're not going down as fast as interest rates are going up, okay? So housing affordability is not improving. So be prepared that you may need to buy a less expensive home or plan on a higher house payment than what you could have done in 2020. If you're selling your current home, this is something to think about. One of the best things you can consider is eliminating some of those budget wildcards, okay? So keep an eye on those rising rates and pay off those variable rate credit cards and loans instead of putting it all towards a new home. Overall, while Dallas, may not be what some would call affordable, Purdue University still shares that Texas is a good 10% less expensive than the national average. Well, I hope this information was helpful. Hopefully you have a good grasp now of the Dallas cost of living and whether or not it's a good fit for you. And don't forget to subscribe and comment below on what topic you'd like to see us cover next. In the meantime, though, thank you so much for watching, and listen, have a great day.